If you're coming to the Louisville or Southern Indiana area for the weekend, maybe traveling for work or spending a weekend away, maybe you live here and are just out of good ideas for places to eat, tired of the chain restaurants and want to try something new, we got you. We've got our top 5 locally owned places that we frequent regularly. We've tried to throw in some different styles so you're sure to find something you like. Stick around for number 5. It's a hidden gem that you won't want to miss. For our first one, we're going to take you to downtown New Albany. Before we even get into the restaurants themselves, let's talk about the downtown scene. If you live in this area and have spent much time downtown, you know what kind of transformation it's undergone in the last 5 to 10 years. There's so much to do down here. Bars, restaurants, awesome outdoor space, boutiques, and just about anything else you can think of. There's just a really nice small town feel down here, which really adds to what our restaurants on this list can offer. Go get some food and pair it with a walk around downtown just to see what's going on down here. You're sure to find something that interests you. So that brings us to number 1, the Exchange Pub and Kitchen. First off, location. Located on the corner of 1st and Main in downtown New Albany, you're right across the street from the New Albany Amphitheater, the skate park, walking trails, and right in the heart of several other things to do in your date night. Also, close walking distance to everything we just mentioned in the downtown area. As far as atmosphere, this place is great. It has an open-air, industrial kind of feel, but is also elegant. On weekend nights, you'll typically hear some light, live music. There's also a great patio section with a full bar and several tables outside with umbrellas to keep you cool and out of the sun. They have a great drink selection, lots of craft beers on tap, as well as fancy cocktails and mixed drinks. But the thing that's going to keep you coming back here is the food. Our favorites are the goat cheese fritters as an appetizer and the steak frites entree. And while this is probably the most expensive on our list today, in comparison to other restaurants I would consider in this caliber of food, it's very affordable, averaging about $28 for an entree. Expect to spend close to $50 per person with drinks, appetizers, and desserts. For number 2 on our list, we're doing a bit of a 180. We'll go from elegance to a little more fun, kid-friendly atmosphere. Rec Bar, right around the corner from the Exchange, on the corner of Pearl and Spring, is just as it sounds. It has more of a bar feel. This place has the feel of a Dave & Buster's or a Main Event, but the games are all retro style. The price point here is a lot more affordable for both the food and the games. A kid could play games for a good long while on less than $20, and entrees are more on the scale of $10 to $15. So it's a nice night out with or without the kids on a reasonable budget. The food here is bar-style stuff with some unique twists like frosted flake tenders or cowabunga tachos. So if you're looking for a fun night with a little more than just a meal, this is a great option for you. We couldn't leave out some great pizza. The New Albanian Brewing Company is a brewery with some of the best pizza you'll ever eat and a fantastic selection of beer, both brewed in-house and brought in on tap. Nestled in kind of an odd spot off Grant Line Road in New Albany, it doesn't look like a spot that you would find a brewery, but once you find it, you're not going to forget it. There are 2 sides to this restaurant. On the right, there's a super relaxed setting with lots of seating and an arcade with retro-style games. On the other side, there's an open window into the brewery area where you can catch them doing their thing if you're there at the right time. Overall, it's just a very relaxed setting with very friendly service. You just kind of feel like a regular there even if you've never been. If you don't want to eat in, they do to-go orders, but they don't deliver. This place is crazy popular, and the wait time for to-go just gets longer the more orders they have to make, so order early. You can schedule it for later in the night. Our go-to here is the roundhouse and breadsticks, but by far most important is the beer cheese. This stuff can make anything better. As pizza goes, it's not the cheapest, but what is these days? For a medium pizza, breadsticks, and a few drinks, you're going to be in the $40 to $50 range. For our last 2 stops, we're heading down to downtown Jeffersonville. Just like New Albany, Jeff's downtown district has undergone a major transformation in the last several years. Back in 2014, the cities of Louisville and Jeffersonville decided to transform what used to be an old train bridge into an incredible walking bridge where you can walk all the way across between Kentucky and Indiana. As soon as this happened, everything followed. Apartments, condos, coffee shops, restaurants, you name it. Walking bridge makes for a really cool central point for this area that brings everything together. So just like New Albany, and maybe even more so, you can make a whole afternoon or evening out of this. Go get some dinner, get some ice cream by the bridge, and then walk across the Ohio. It all makes for a really nice evening. So all that said, our 4th stop is going to be the Red Yeti. Just a block away from the base of the walking bridge, it's an easy stop before or after your walk, or maybe you just say screw the walking and just have dinner and some drinks. It's a small setting with a bar on one side and regular seating on the other, There's also a small patio area that actually sits on the road in front. Not a ton of seating here, but it doesn't seem like we ever have to wait long for a seat. They describe their food as farm to table. To be honest, I don't really care what it is, I just hope they keep doing it. The highlights on the menu for me are the burger, which has thick-cut farm fresh bacon and bacon jam on it. Also, the buttermilk fried chicken is killer. And my personal favorite, the best truffle fries I've ever had, and I've tried a lot of them. They brew their own beer in-house, but also serve other local and national beers, all craft-style stuff. Cost-wise, I would call this mid-tier. You can run the bill up pretty quick with appetizers and drinks, but it's not hard to be budget-friendly either, as the portions are huge. And last but not least, what I consider to be the hidden gem of the southern Indiana area, the Pearl Street Tap House. Another one that's just a couple blocks away from the base of the walking bridge. You guessed it, it's located on Pearl Street. Don't blink or you might miss it. It's in what looks to be someone's house, and once you step inside, you feel the charm. There's also a great patio area outside when the weather's right. While they don't brew their own beer, the owners are beer connoisseurs, and they're happy to give you a few samples and make some suggestions. You will likely find some beers on tap that you wouldn't find anywhere else. It's easy to get lost in the drinks at this place, but do not sleep on the food. There are really too many favorites to list here, but if I had to pick one, it's the wings. However, I've never had anything I didn't like. Incredible pizza, appetizers, and much more. So there it is, 5 great options. If anyone ever tells you that you have to cross the bridge for great food, they're lying or just don't know. The Indiana side of the river has some great things to offer for fun and great dining. Just gotta know where to look.